What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Vancouver's Worst Drivers. I'm going to start this video off with a non-driving related slash driving related video where this toddler is just running down the middle of a street. I guess they escaped somehow from the back of a car and just decide to just run down the middle of the street because, that's the right thing to do. And it's crazy because, you got Will trying to block off this kid. You got this silver truck trying to block off this kid. And people are still driving past. Like, guys, just stop your vehicles. Stop this kid at all cost. Man, this is like every parent's worst nightmare. And look how far this kid gets, man. This kid is just booking it. Just glad the kid's safe and glad Will and others were able to help out. Now let's get into some crash videos, starting with this one from Andrew, which unfortunately he had to deal with, where his driver just has no idea that he's coming, which I don't see how they wouldn't see him coming, but unfortunately he was involved in this because he just made a left turn without paying attention. And then this is a confusing one. So if a car ahead of a CRV is going to get an accident, and you can see cars coming on the left-hand side, yet this black car just decides to go for it. Like, there at no point was there an opening for this car to go, yet they still went for it. This video was filmed by Kai's friend, and he kind of explained that he almost gets hit by this car, and you're going to see the car take off in a second here after this collision, and he believed that the gas pedal was the brake and just floored it into this post. Hopefully he's doing okay, but man, what an insane, scary accident. And it goes from like a minor collision to basically a totaled vehicle in a matter of seconds. And now we got our mandatory Evo driver video because I feel like there should be at least one in every video I make. You got this guy trying to go down the wrong way down a one-way street, and you'll see in a second there's two signs stating that you can't turn left. And Vincent is just parked there because he's like, you know what, I'm trying to go through. And this driver is still waiting for him to go so that he can drive around the vehicle and keep going the wrong way down the street. Like, this is such a facepalm moment. This video is along the same lines, except this driver is allowed to go straight. The only problem is he's doing it in the wrong lane. Like, just be in the left-hand lane so that people know exactly what you're doing, because clearly this Mercedes doesn't. This video was filmed around the Arbutus area in Vancouver, and apparently this is actually a really common issue where people will drive down the bike lanes. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys had dealt with this issue, because apparently it's a pretty common one. This guy's like a next level red light runner where he's using the left turn lane to run this red light. Wow. Alright, so my apologies on the potato quality of this video, but this is an insane crash here over in North Vancouver by the Second Narrows Bridge. This truck is just too impatient and just tries to go for it at the worst possible time. Smashes into two vehicles, and this poor Mercedes driver up ahead, man, he just looks so defeated, like, my car, my precious car. Up next, we got a bunch of pedestrian videos, starting with this one on Main Street. This pedestrian starts out so strong and so motivated across the street, and then just loses interest and just saunters across the street like nobody's around. And then we got this woman who's going to go for it, and at this point it's like, turn back, lady, just turn back before you die. And then this is such a bizarre clip. This guy is basically getting attacked by his girlfriend or his mom or whoever this lady is. And you can tell he just has no concern about cars. He's just trying not to get killed by his old lady. This is a terrifying clip for these two pedestrians just trying to cross the street. PJ stops, but this Tesla driver has no idea that they're there and almost kills both of them in the process of driving down the street. I hear a lot of you guys saying that cyclists are entitled in Vancouver, and this guy has to be the most entitled one of all the entitled cyclists out there. Howard has the green light here. He can go straight, and then this guy has the audacity to yell at Howard at, "How dare you almost hit me?" Like, what is going through the guy's head? And then talking about audacity, check out the audacity of this other driver. Jay's driving along, almost gets hit by this woman who decides to try and go to the far left lane just to make a simple right turn. And during this time, she's yelling at him because I guess she almost hit him. And what's hilarious about this is that she's so focused on yelling at him that she almost hits this SUV as well. Kim records what looks like this kind of road rage incident going on here where this Civic is tailgating this red car. The problem for his Civic is that he doesn't shoulder check and almost hits Kim in the process. And what's kind of bizarre and pointless here is that he just ends up going back into the right lane to turn right. Like, not really sure what the point of that was. Here's another strange moment for all of you. These two drivers are talking to each other. Not really sure if it's a road rage incident or they're friends or whatever it is. The problem is they're so distracted with talking to each other that they both run the red light and almost get hit in the process. And then this is such a prime example of bad driving. This white SUV almost hits a van and then almost hits this red car turning left. Like they just have no clue about what's going on around them. Here's another crazy red light runner in the Joyce Collingwood area. This driver actually is going to go onto the opposite side of the street to run this red light. Like, it's insane that drivers like this are out there. I feel like if you're going to do something like this, you might as well just run the red light and turn left. Like, this funky, crazy U-turn isn't even legal, so why even do it? Juan captured this painful parking job over in Richmond, and this guy clearly is just focused way too much on his rearview camera instead of using his side mirrors because he just ends up driving into this Mercedes. And again, it's this other poor Mercedes driver that comes out of their car like, not again. And then AC also captured this guy driving into his car. Fortunately for AC, he's got a parking mode on his dash cam and captures this guy driving into his car and then ends up just parking beside him. Even though, look at his bumper, it's all scraped up and dented in, but he's going to park there anyways. Ming captures this painful moment where this white car decides to drive over these yellow curbs, and had they just parked to the left, there would have been just this open area, no curbs. But unfortunately for them, they parked in this terrible spot and forgot that they were there. And then let's have a moment of silence for this poor GTR, man. Just so tragic. Sometimes police lights can be distracting for some people, and you can tell it played a role in this one because why would you turn left at that moment? And then basically the same thing here. Guys, just wait till you can see what's going on before you go for it. So I'm no cop, all right? But if I was driving downtown late at night and I saw somebody driving like this, my guess is that they've had a few too many alcoholic beverages for one night. And then a couple more from Vincent, like this guy, who you can tell he's just so annoyed with the other driver, but he wants to move in front of this guy as soon as possible. And then a close call here where check out how late this guy runs his red light. Like, this is just not okay. And you can tell with this clip that neither of these drivers know the other one exists. And this happened in Lynn Valley Mall in North Vancouver. And I grew up in this area, and let me tell you, the people that park here have no idea what they're doing. It's absolutely terrifying. This is a scary situation for GW666 because he's got a green light here. This truck beside him has a red, but truck driver's going to drive through anyways. Like, when you're driving around vehicles this big and they're pulling moves like this, it's scary, man. What's also scary is when people ignore stop signs in parking lots. Like, this van basically just going to go for it, man. Like, settle down. I just shake my head whenever I see this clip because it's like, who knew making a simple right turn was so difficult for some people? Kevin captures this glorious instant karma video where this Jeep up ahead has no lights on, and in a second they're going to run the red light, and fast forward a few moments and he gets pulled over later on, and it's just like, I hope this person just gets all the tickets, you know? So I posted this video a couple days ago on my Instagram page, and like I mentioned in that video, it just boggles my mind how comfortable this person is being on the wrong side of the road. They drive right through the left turn lane, and they're on the other side of yellow, but they're also on the same side as Jack. Like, they can't even make up their mind which side of a road they're supposed to be on. And this right here is how people get rear-ended. You're going to do something like this over a solid white line at the last possible second. Like, they're basically asking for a new bumper from somebody else's insurance. Roy gets in this car accident in Vancouver, and this is just yet another reminder to everybody out there. Make sure you shoulder check as well as check your side mirrors before you lane change. I saved the worst offenders for last. These guys right here. You know what? The only good thing that they're doing is using the crosswalk, because otherwise they are just inconveniencing everybody, and they're bringing their kids along with them, like putting them in danger. Like, this is just not okay. All right, it's that time of the video for the $50 monthly Black Box My Car giveaway, sponsored of course by Black Box My Car, so a big thank you to them for sponsoring this contest. And this month's winner for August is going to be Canadian Blazer 024, so congratulations on winning $50 to Black Box My Car, and also a big thank you to all of you guys who sent in videos over the last month. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you like it, hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description below. And of course, if you guys have dashcam footage, send it my way, even if it's in different parts of the province. So go ahead and do that whenever you guys get a chance.